time. I'm alright out here in a lost land. Heartbeat like a tambourine. These fever dreams won't let me sleep. So come real close, if only for a moment. I don't care where it's going, and show me what'll happen when you let love win. 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 Don't hide out. I know it's safe and sound when they're not around. Try your luck. I know it's not for sure, but it could be the cure. And I'm alright out here in a lost land. Heartbeat like a tambourine. These fever dreams won't let me sleep. So come real close, if only for a moment. I don't care where it's going, and show me what'll happen when we let love win. 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 When we
How's it going, Rue? That's not a problem. I'm generally fairly flexible when it comes to stuff like that. Honestly, I'm busier on the weekends than during the week. So,
My chieftain,
Just, Aloy,
as you wish.
I wondered if you thought that if I'd never come along, Araya might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Araya would be alone, and the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
this is your choice. I mean, I can stream on the weekends if you want. We start late enough in the day that it's something I can do. It's just Saturday or Sunday, usually I wind up doing stuff with my family from like 5 to 8. Alright, we can keep it during the week then.
You didn't let her down. You helped her do what she wanted. To find her destiny.
If that's destiny, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
That's fair. But she was ready to face it.
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Araya found the spark.
She found the spark so well it killed her. She literally grabbed onto a lightning rod. So, I don't know, dude. I think she found the spark of death.
I'm proud of her. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand.
Hopefully you don't,
There's something
but
else, isn't there?
it'd be a
I
good
can't stay
line.
here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warrak can't follow. Besides, it already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the Cauldron?
Yes, Fire Claws. Now Tuke has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
Practically, but not quite.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus. All very interesting.
What do you think Hephaestus is, Silence?
I'm not sure. But its name comes from a language even the old ones considered ancient, as does the name Hades. A connection, perhaps, as yet unglimpsed. Whatever they are, they're still out there, and they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You can stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
I'm doing well. We've been tolerating him the entire time, but the reason we're tolerating him is because he has a lot of useful information for us,
Going down fast.
and he's not exactly being forthright about it all the time. I'm okay. I'm okay. So now we need to get out of the cut and back into warmer sands. Very barely tolerating, yes. That would be an adequate way of putting it, I would say. Is that the path? I think that's the path. Down we go. Oh. It's okay, I found a new road. So, you'll be happy to know, Rue. It's officially winter here now. It's currently... Here, I'll let you choose. Do you want your temperature in freedom units? If I tell them to you in that, you might get a craving to steal somebody's oil. Or metric. It is currently -2 outside. Wow. Sudden and unexpected death. You know what we're gonna do? I don't want to try and find the correct way down from here, so we're just gonna go... Yeah. She was good at swimming. Not anymore. Death found her violently. There we go. I don't think we really need to hang around here. I think we should get back to the main quest. We've done enough.
You've chosen a dangerous land to visit, Outlander.
I finally had to fix my furnace. That was a nice $1,600 I had to spend. We have saved the best computer lady. Her blue glow will guide these people for generations to come. Yes. Yes, what's wrong with it? There were four things that were wrong with it. There was a... what do they call it again? Must mean I'm leaving the mountain. I mean, I don't think you can love her enough. She is precious and she deserves love. I would give her a hug if I were a computer program, but I am not, so therefore I cannot. This would be fucking cold. I would not want to be in this. As it should be. Okay, furnace. Series of pressure switches failed at the end of last year, so I was replacing them myself in the beginning of this year. Once I did that, another problem became fairly evident, and how to explain. The furnace wouldn't start. Yeah, so there was that. And then after that part was fixed, it was tripping the furnace is 17 years old, to clarify. It was tripping a overheating protection switch. Now that it had fancy new hot parts. Why is everything gotta be such a struggle to go down? Here it is. So then that had to be changed, but then there was still an overheating issue because the delay between when the furnace gets hot and when the blower starts moving air through the hot bit was too long. So it would just overheat when it turned on. So after that was fixed, now I have hot air in my house. Although I wouldn't call it hot, it's like 63 in my room right now, which would be... we'll say 64, so that's 18, 8, 30. It's about 14, 13 degrees inside my room right now. You're not wrong. So now that half of my furnace is replaced, I should be good for another 17 years, hopefully. Or at least until I sell this house and move out. One of the two. But I mean, not like my house got super, super cold when it got cold out. I mean, between the computers and the fireplace, I kept it warm enough. What about you? You had anything exciting going on? Will I move out of this house? Definitely, yeah. I'm not going to be living in this house for the rest of my life. It's adequate for me currently. I mean, adequate's kind of a strong word. It's what I could afford at the moment. But it doesn't have enough room for me and all of my shit. Yeah, and if I were to ever, like, meet a lovely lady and maybe want to have kids one day, yeah, that's never gonna fit in this house. This is a fairly small house, so I would need to get a bigger house. Now, would I stay in the same area? Like the larger Detroit area? That's a better question. And honestly, I would kind of like to get out of the Detroit area. I don't know if I would want to leave the States, but I have always liked the mountains, and I think I would like to live in the mountains. But job opportunities for what I do in the mountains, they don't really go hand in hand, so. Well, that seems to be everybody's job right now. Fix issues with China. I mean, probably the other thing is fix issues with the US. So, Colorado has one large city in it, and that would be Denver. And Denver is a nice city. Potentially, they would have some work opportunities there for me, but it would likely be few and far between. I don't think Chicago's has a lot of engineering going on there. Or not Chicago, Colorado, Denver. I know my cities. If you just keep running and ignore them, you don't have to fight them. Denver would be a big city. What would be considered a big city? Oh, I'm probably gonna regret that. You can let Claire know her new exercise has made my butt sore all day, and it's not been fun for sitting down. Yeah, pretty much all these cities are pretty sizable. I mean, that's more complicated than you would think to answer. Like, American cities are very bleh. They're very spread out. Like this rectangular thing here, outlined in orange, is the Detroit metro area. Now, usually when people talk about, oh, it's Detroit, I'm joking. You don't need to tell her unless you tell it to her as a joke. I think it's a fine exercise. I need to figure out how I'm going to do it without breaking the bench, but that's something I need to figure out, so I'm not too worried about it. Anyway, yeah, this area here is the Detroit metro area, and usually when people go, it's the city of Detroit, or it's the city of New York, this is what they're referring to. But the actual city of Detroit's like this little bit here, and it's... I just need better butt muscles. Like, the population of the metro area is way bigger than the population of the city. Like, yeah, like the metro area population's like 4.5 million people. That's a pretty sizable city. But if we just go by the city population, it's a little over 500,000 people. Oh, probably the only other sizable Colorado city would be Colorado Springs, but that's more of a resort town. I just want the map. Ooh. Boulder's a fairly sizable city. I think it's like the 3rd or 4th. I am annoyed by the fact that I can't just have a big map picture. Please? Can I have the image? Whatever. I mean, Colorado's also not the only state in the mountains, like Utah, Idaho, Montana, Washington, Oregon, California. I wouldn't want to live in California. California technically has big mountains. Oh, you're fine. I don't mind doing stuff like this. New Mexico. I've actually gone backpacking in the mountains in New Mexico. I don't think I would want to live there, but they do have pretty mountains. It's just a little hot. They do have potatoes. Apparently they have really good potatoes. They also have very expensive gasoline. God, I remember it was like $5 a gallon when I was out there last time. Jeez. Montana has like no cities, but they do have very pretty mountains. I think Glacier National Park is out here somewhere. I'm getting sidetracked. Idaho has very specific gas laws, and they're also just really far away from any refineries, so you have to pay the cost of transportation to get the gas there. It's not allowed to have, what is it, ethanol in it, I think, which increases the price of the gasoline by a lot, and it makes it so that you have to be paying premium, or getting premium gasoline as well. So, gas in Idaho is just expensive. That being said, you get really good gas mileage in Idaho because their gas is good, but it does not make it less expensive. Yeah, so Boulder, if I remember right, yeah. Boulder is part of the Denver metro area. You can see it right there. Another big city would probably be Fort Collins. And then you can, I think Colorado Springs is down here somewhere. Oh, there's Telluride. And I lived for a summer over here in Utah in Salt Lake City. I was out there for like 6 months when my dad was doing a project in Utah. There's some interesting people that live in Utah. Those dang Mormons. I don't remember a lot of it. That was when I was 4, I think. It was before my accident. I kind of don't remember a lot of stuff before that. I just know that I lived out there, and apparently I told one of my dad's coworkers I love her as a 4-year-old, and it was very adorable, according to everybody in my family who likes to bring up that story to embarrass me. But, you know, I don't claim responsibility for the actions of my 4-year-old self. I was drunk with underagedness. So, you know. Young and dumb, what can I say? It was a summer fling. Exactly. Ugh. Wyoming is super pretty, especially over here. Yeah, that's where Yellowstone is, right there. Yellowstone, the Grand Booby National Park. The only problem with living in Wyoming is it's literally empty. There is nothing in Wyoming. Anyway. No. I think Wyoming's biggest city is Casper. And their population's like nothing. Yeah, the biggest city in Wyoming has a population of 60,000 people as of 2024. Which, speaking of Wyoming, we were just here in the game. It probably has about as many people living there in the game now as it does today in real life. No, it's not. Wyoming is a very empty state. Yeah, and we're in Yellowstone. Or we were in Yellowstone. America. Fuck yeah. Probably if I was going to be living in a city in the mountains, it would likely have to be like Spokane, maybe Eugene. Boise might be an option. Portland might be a good one, or Seattle too. I wouldn't want to live like super close to the coast over here, just because this region is not super prone to earthquakes, but when they get an earthquake, it's a really, really bad earthquake, so, you know, things to think about. It's more the tsunamis I'm concerned with. Hey guys, don't mind me, I'm just passing through. I mean, I guess you live in the mountains, you have to accept the earthquakes, right? Comes with the territory.
That's fine with me.
He thought he was getting clever. But I mean, who knows if Trump winds up in office somehow for a first term? I probably will look at leaving the U.S. And when that happens, I probably won't get much of a choice in where I land. It'll probably just be whoever will take me. Honestly, he frightens me too. The man is one ego trip wrapped up in a oversized suit with a too long tie. Well, that's a big one. Let's just leave him alone. I like that. It is a very pretty game. I'll give you that. Honestly, Cyberpunk is also a very pretty game, but in a more disturbing way. It's like the capitalist system at its worst, kind of thing. Nah, I mean, that's about the gist of it, yeah. It is good and bad. Gentlemen? I suppose it would be wise to say that game is a lot like New York City. You can see something very pretty as long as you're not looking down at the bags of trash littering the ground. Realistically, though, if I did have to leave the US, I'd probably look at European countries.
Uh-oh, spotted.
A little easier to slide into it culture-wise. Piece of shit.
Down you go. Nice. A good hunt.
Storm birds, man. Ireland, maybe. The Nordic countries would be alright, although I'd have to learn the language.
Safe. For a few minutes, anyway.
I remember, I think the Norwegians and the Swedes and Finnish all speak pretty good English. But still, I'd have to learn the language. Singapore might be an option too. I hesitate to pick Japan because Japan has like a bit of underlying racism. Oh, come on, I just killed one of you. Did you not see your brother laying dead on the ground? Is this something you want to go through too?
Lights down.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It seems like there'd be a lot of nonsensical BS to put up with in that regard, then I don't really want to deal with it.
Ammo, but not at
It would be better if he wasn't bringing in a whole army to fight with him. Sir, do you mind? I'm okay. I'm less okay.
This'll help.
I got him. These are supposed to be like some of the hardest enemies in the game. I just had to kill 2 of them. Oy, oy, oy. Oh. Yeah, Japan seems like a country where it'd be nice to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there. Which is kind of a shame because my understanding of it is the Japanese really could use people moving to their country right now because their population is on the verge of collapsing under its own weight. There's too many old people and not enough young people. The demographics issue, and my understanding is China's going to have something similar to that in a few years. I don't know. If you had to leave Singapore? Or, I mean, move to Japan. Honestly, I may have it easier than you do. Going to Japan. There's a lot of hostility between the Japanese and the Chinese and the Japanese and the Koreans and really the Japanese and any of the Asian nations they invaded in World War II. So that and the Japanese are still kind of hoity-toity about it all. It is. There's no reason for it. That being said, I hear American men are popular in Korea. Because we do not hold traditional marital values. Which apparently is a good thing. It's interesting. I don't know if I would survive in Korea, to be perfectly honest. There's too many very stylish people in Korea for me. I don't think I would survive. You say that like I wouldn't have the same issue I have here in America, where I just don't go outside. You know? Well, what do you know? Korea, so perfect. Okay, 15 minutes. Yeah, it is very stylish in that way, but at the same time, it kind of feels shallow, if that makes any sense. Like, it's all very manufactured. And then there's the other issue of living in Korea, where unless you work for Samsung, you don't have a job that's worth doing.
Don't ask me where to go if you're lost. I'm a guard, not the town crier. Well met.
About it being shallow, or about needing to work for Samsung to have a job worth doing? I mean, not to bash on Samsung. They make good products, and I have a Samsung phone and a Samsung TV, but when one company is like the majority of your country and holds significant political power, that's problematic.
Only the Sun King can save us from it.
I believe you. You probably know more than I do, to be honest. Everything I know about living in Korea is like shorts on YouTube. There was a very funny series of videos where it was like taking American barbecue to this country to see how they react. It was actually pretty funny. It about killed the British. So, I guess don't live there if I want to have flavorful food. Like, the spice trading people never dipped into their own merchandise, I guess. No, they can't. If I was to make them what I'm going to have for dinner after I finish up here, it would probably kill them. For reference, what I'm going to have for dinner is Cajun spiked, or Cajun spiced pork chop with, I don't know what I'm going to have with it yet. Maybe I'll do elote, or maybe I'll make a noodle dish. I should probably do elote. It's a little bit healthier. And I'll probably have rolls with it too, because I have some. Gotta use them up before they go bad on me. Something like that would probably kill them. From what you've said, Rue, I would guess we have a similar tolerance to spice. Ow! Jackass, come here. I was getting more medicine, sir. So do I. Probably the spice I go through the most is cayenne. I use a lot of cayenne. And my favorite thing to cook with is jalapenos. God, I love jalapenos. We're kind of getting into a little bit of a maze here, aren't we? Pardon me, sir. Just passing through. So Sichuan peppercorns. I can't say that I have. Let's see. My hand is freezing. All right, let's see. I am going to go out on a limb and say I probably have had this without knowing I've had it. Because Szechuan is Americanized Chinese food. Szechuan is something I've had before, and assuming that they're not taking it out of the food, I would assume it's still in there. But I've never had it by itself. I wonder if Kmart would have it. $18. I can get $1,684 worth of it. What is that Asian supermarket called? Here I am giving away where I live. And nobody pays attention to me anyway. H Mart. Yeah, that's the place. Okay, yeah, I've definitely had that then. I thought that was always a weird thing with Szechuan food. I mean, to be perfectly honest, it's not like I was keeping my location a secret. Or you could just go, hey, I want to come by and pet your cat. And I'd be like, you're welcome to try. She'll probably run away. But good luck. How do I spell it again? Sichuan peppercorns. Oh, they do have it. Look at that. Oh, it's peppercorn oil. You lied to me. How dare you? Maybe it's Szechuan peppercorn. Pretty much. Black peppercorn, white peppercorn, noodles, and peppercorn flavor. Okay, they do not have it. Ah, well. Trying to think of, if you were to visit, what food would I make you that I think you would probably enjoy? I'd probably go with something Mexican if I had to wager a guess. Something that you likely haven't had much before, because I don't think there's a lot of Mexican outreach in China or Singapore or Taiwan. What meat? Grilled chicken would probably be a good one. It is an intriguing option. Any Latin American food? No, the ones I know how to make the most of is Mexican food. So, well, I think they're all fairly related. So, there is that. I think I'm picking Mexican right now because I really wanted to have Mexican food for lunch, but I was talked into doing Thai food, which isn't bad, but I really wanted Mexican for lunch. I was like, woke up that morning, I'm like, I want some Mexican food for lunch today. I want to get my like little grilled chicken taco dish with the peppers and the spices and the cheese. I was like, oh. No, instead I got very, very spicy fried rice with some chili jam on top and grilled chicken and hot and spicy soup. It was good. But I really could have gone for Mexican. I'll probably get Mexican food tomorrow, don't worry. I mean, the Thai lunch was good. It's a Thai restaurant near my work called Lemongrass Thai. It is very good food. I'm not going to dispute that. I've taken Will there. I think he liked it a lot too. Trying to remember the name of the dish I usually get when I get Mexican food. It's the Alhambre's lunch, which I don't think actually means anything. Oh, it does. Yeah, so this is what I usually get, except it's like grilled chicken. It's got your peppers and your onion and your grilled chicken with cheese, and you scoop it out into a tortilla and wrap it up real tight and put some salsa on it. Oh, it's good. Thai food is very inspired. You know what I've never had, though, is pho. I've never actually had Vietnamese food. I've had a lot of Middle Eastern food because there's a big Middle Eastern population where I live. Like, weirdly, surprisingly big. Halal food's very easy to get where I live. It's easier to get than kosher, actually. Yeah, that one makes me sad. It's not yummy looking. All right. I think we'll call it there today, Rue. Just fun moving across the map. I believe we're almost to the next objective now. Just a whole day of running and looking stuff up. Sometimes it's like that. It's not the end of the world. I am looking forward to dinner now. I think what I'm gonna do, I am going to make the pork chop. Yes, tomorrow at 8:30. I'll do elote with it. And because I'm gonna cook the pork chop in a butter bath, I'll soak up the spicy butter with the rolls. It's not gonna be healthy, but I think I've earned it. I've been being good. All right, take it easy, Rue. I'll catch you next time.